What's up guys? Today we're going to be installing the IDoing Head Unit on our 2021 WRX. We're going to be going through a full install, show you guys a lot of the features, some of the common questions on this head unit, and just get you guys up to speed on the IDoing Head Unit. This is easily one of the best bang for your buck upgrades when it comes to the WRX, and we've sold tens of thousands of these head units over the years, so we're super knowledgeable on this topic and we want to make sure you guys are too. So let's dive right in. So the main reason that people go with an IDoing Head Unit is because of wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. There's so much functionality at your fingertips with this head unit, like the Google Play Store, which has tens of thousands of different apps that you can download, like YouTube, Spotify, Google, Clash of Clans, whatever you want, it's all there, and it's gonna run super smooth and flawlessly. So not only is it gonna run super well, it's gonna look super good, but I know it is confusing trying to figure out which head unit is right for the make and model of your car. So let's talk about compatibility to make sure that you guys order the right head unit. We have a ton of different radios on the website. For today's video, we're gonna be focusing on the 2021 WRX. So we're gonna be selecting this one. Obviously, here's the listing on the website, and we wanna make this as easy and smooth as possible for you guys. So the first thing that you're gonna do is select your model year. So we have a 2021 base WRX. So I'm gonna start with the model year. Again, for your vehicle, make sure you select the right model year, because that's gonna be super important. Otherwise, you're gonna get the wrong unit. And then once you have the model year selected, you're gonna wanna come down here to select speaker system. So like I said, we have a base. So if you have a base or premium, it's really simple. You'll select base and premium. Now for the Harman Kardon options, it gets a little more complex, but it's super easy, and we're gonna help you guys figure out if you need to select this option. So our other shop car here is our 2021 STI Limited. Like I was saying on the website, for those with a limited option, you're gonna see down on your front speakers this Harman Kardon label. This is the easiest way to tell if your vehicle has the Harman Kardon speakers with it. So what the Harman Kardon IDoing Head Unit comes with is this little device here. Now what this is gonna do is going to allow your speakers communicate to your head unit so that you have sound. Without this, you can put in your new head unit and you're gonna have no audio. So this little device really is the only difference between the base premium option and the Harman Kardon option. So just make sure that you look at your vehicle, make sure you know what sound system you have, and that way you can select the right option. I do want to note for the 2015 Harman Kardon, you're not going to get that little device. It's actually called a CAN bus decoder. It's not going to come with the head unit because it's already pre-installed. So if you do order a 2015 Harman Kardon, it doesn't have the little device. Don't freak out. It's already built in. But again, just make sure you guys take a second to make sure what sound system your car has. That way we can get you the right head unit. And again, if you guys need some help, just reach out to our support team. We're gonna make sure that you guys get the right head unit into your hands. So your head unit finally arrived and you can do an unboxing. So let's take a look and see what's inside. So right when you open the box, you're gonna see some instructions. Now, I'm just gonna set these aside because we're gonna answer all of those things in today's video. But as we unbox it here, you're gonna see a big bag of wires. Just make sure you guys can see this. It's gonna come with the plastic trim tools, which I really love because not everyone has them or you don't know where they are. So that's really great. Now, this might be overwhelming at first, but we're gonna help you guys decipher and figure out which of these connectors and cords are required and which ones aren't. So I'm just gonna set these to the side too. And then we have the actual head unit itself. Now it comes packaged in this nice foam inside, and it's double boxed. So that way your investment is protected. We wanna make sure these don't arrive damaged. But then we have the head unit itself. It's got this really nice plastic trim that fills out that interior really nicely. The fitment's really good, and it just has this beautiful 9-inch display. So it's really modern, sleek. It's got that OEM fit and feel to it. Before you do anything, you're gonna wanna come over here and disconnect your negative battery terminal. So for the removal, we're gonna start with the glove box here. So first, you're just gonna pull off this plastic hinge. Make sure you don't break it, just be gentle. And then you're just gonna squeeze these two sides. It's gonna drop down and then you can pull it right off. So it's really simple. So it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a bolt back there. We're gonna circle it on video, but this is gonna be the one that you're gonna wanna remove. It's gonna be, I believe, a 10 mil. So we're gonna throw a 10 mil and an extension back up in there and undo that bolt. So here's the bolt on the driver's side. It's pretty hard to get on camera, but we're gonna show you guys the setup to get that one out. So here's our little contraption, and this thing allows us not to have to remove all these plastic pieces and save you guys some time. That's what you get for buying from us and watching our videos. So I've got an extension here, and then I've got a nice swivel, as you guys can see there, and then another long extension in my 10 mil. So if you can get something similar to this, that should work. It doesn't have to be the exact same, but I'm gonna show you guys how to sneak it up through here, and that way we can get that bolt off without removing any plastic trim. So I snuck it through the bottom here and I've got it on the bolt. I did already break it loose, but once it's on there, you can just kind of gently, slowly turn this, and it might feel like nothing's happening, but it is going to be loosening. Next up, we're gonna remove our vent trim pieces here. So you're gonna take the supplied plastic trim tools, and then you can seat them back there nicely and just gently pull towards you. So I'm gonna get this side loose, come over to this side, make sure you get it under there, gently pull forward. You can use your hands a little bit, and then maybe even come to the top here. And again, it might fight you a little bit, but just take your time. You don't wanna break anything. And then once you have it removed, you're gonna wanna undo these two connectors. And you'll wanna come at it with a flathead here, press underneath, slide it out. That's the top one. And I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it here. Bottom one, same thing. And then boom, you got it off. Once you have your AC vents removed, it's just gonna be these two bolts. And break them. Break this one. Then you're gonna wanna grab this plastic trim tool, and we're gonna start in this top edge here, not in the middle, start on the top here, because I believe that's where the clip is. So once you have it seated in there, I'm just gonna gently pull out, and that's gonna pop this clip out. And then I'm gonna come over to this side, pop that in there, and just gently do the same thing. And now your head unit's gonna start being loose, and you can kind of pull it away, and then we'll focus on what's behind it now. So once you have your head unit pulled out, it's pretty simple. We're just gonna remove all these connectors off the back, and you're gonna wanna use a flathead, just makes it much easier. And there you have it, she's removed. So we have our factory head unit removed from the car. Now we can start transferring over our AC vents, these hazard switches, and then also our AC controllers, which is just 4 screws here. Now this is off of our 2021 WRX base. Now some of your vehicles are gonna come with this black Starlink module. This is off our 2021 STI Limited, and a majority of you guys are gonna have this. Make sure you transfer, unscrew it and then transfer it over to your IDoing head unit. Most people just put it on the bottom here. Some people 3M tape it on, but once you put all these connections in, it should sit behind or under the new head unit just fine and not rattle. But if you don't swap this over, you're not gonna have front speakers. So if you do have the Starlink module, do not forget about it. And you're not gonna need the brackets, they don't transfer over. So just make sure you have the black box, the Starlink module, get that transferred over. That way all your speakers are good to go, and let's get some of this stuff transferred over. So removing these hazard buttons is really easy. You can just pinch the sides and they should just, that one's gonna push through. And then it's gonna be the same thing on this top one. You don't even have to pinch anything, just gently push through and those will pop out. And then next we're gonna do the 4 clips on the AC vents. So I like to kind of position my hand here. It is gonna be a little tricky, so you're gonna wanna start with the inside one, pop the inside one out, and then try to pull this forward. That way that doesn't re-clip there, and then you can come to the other side here, pop this one off, give it a pull, and then those are gonna come off, and then you're gonna have two more. So these are a little more hard to see. And then it's gonna be the same exact thing for this one. Next, we're gonna take our AC controllers and move them over. So this is really easy. It's just gonna be 4 screws. So I've got my connections and wires laid out on the table here. I organized them by required, recommended, and then these down here are not required. So your one main required one is gonna be this one. It's got the blue wire here. This is for your backup camera. Now I wanna make sure you guys get this in the right spot. So it's gonna go right in the top corner here. Don't put it on the left side, make sure it's on the right side. Otherwise you're gonna get an error message. So make sure you get that put in the right spot. Now, if you're someone that uses a hands-free microphone or you wanna make phone calls, that's what this is gonna be for. You know, this is gonna clip into here, and then this is gonna go all the way over on this left side here. Boom, that's gonna clip in there. Now, our car is a shop car, so we're not gonna use that. You know, we don't drive around and make phone calls. If that's something that is useful to you, make sure you get that connected. Now, coming down here, we've got our USB connections. So if you wanna run wired Apple CarPlay or wired Android Auto, use this single one. This is the one that IDoing recommends for the wired CarPlay. This one, you know, is a nice small 4-pin, and it's just gonna sneak right in there. And if you desire to, you know, run more USBs, you know, chargers to the back seat, glove box, whatever, that's what this cord's for. So awesome. Let's get into some of the not required stuff. If you want to run internet and satellite GPS and pay for that service, this is where your SIM card's going to go. This is going to be for GPS satellite. We're not going to use those features. If you have an aftermarket stereo system with, you know, an amp, a sub, these are going to be your RCA and your cables for all of that. Again, we're not going to need those today. And then this is your antenna for some of the internet and satellite features. Again, we're not going to use any of those, but this is going to be what you need for that. Now, if you guys want a more detailed rundown of some of these cords and wires that we're not going to use, I'm going to link a video in the description below that's going to go through some of these. And so that way, if you have questions on those, you can get them answered. We're just covering mainly the things you need to get this up and running for CarPlay, because that's what we think most people are going to be using this head unit for. So we're gonna put our AC vents back on. So I like to start with these two, seat them on the top ones here. And then once you get those aligned, make sure the fronts are aligned, and then just gently push down. That'll pop those into place. And then it's just gonna be the same exact process on this side. And then boom, good to go. We're gonna put our hazard button back in. Now make sure you do it the correct way, and it's just gonna push back through, pop into place, pretty satisfying. And then this other one, same exact thing. Push it right in, and now we're ready to put our AC controls on. So again, gently set this back down, and there's a screen protector on the front of this, guys, when it comes, so you don't have to worry about scratching your screen. And we're gonna set that back in there, and then screw these back on. All right guys, so ready to actually start installing our new head unit. I'm gonna start on the bottom here and then work my way up. And I'm gonna start with the backup camera for this area and just plug that in there. That way we don't forget that, and that's good to go. I do wanna note, for those who have the Harman Kardon upgrade, that's gonna go right here. Don't forget this CAN bus decoder, super important. So for the microphone, GPS, and all those other additional add-ons that you can do, those are all gonna go right here. I'm gonna link a video down below, and you guys can check that out if you want more information on where those connections go and how to install those. So now we're ready to actually install our connections. So I'm just gonna start at the bottom here with our AC controls. Backup camera, again, if you can see this on camera, we have a red cord, and it's gonna go to the other red one. My backup camera is now good to go, and then I'm just gonna work in this little happy place here and make sure I get all of these connected. Again, take your time, Don't get frustrated. These all should pop in for the most part pretty easily. And then once all those are in, I'm gonna kind of set it in here. And then I'm gonna come up here and do my 2 buttons up here. So a super common problem that so many people reach out on is not being able to get this seated into the dash correctly. Sometimes, you know, they start on the bottom and then the top won't go in, or they can't get the bottom in. And one of the main reasons because of that is they don't get these side clips actually pushed in here. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. That way you have no problems getting it installed correctly. So what I like to do is put my one hand on the bottom and then my other hand on top and just kind of bend it down. You're not gonna break it. And then once I get it aligned, I'm gonna take my palm and put it right on the corner here and spread out the weight. And as I'm pushing down the top, and you're gonna have to give it some force. And boom, that's gonna pop this side in. And then I'm gonna come over to the other side, do the same thing with my bottom hand, my top hand. I'm gonna push this down, and then I'm gonna boom, give it some force. And now you're gonna see that all the edges are actually seated in, and you're gonna have a super nice fitment. The benefit of doing it the WRX daily way is that we pretty much have nothing to put back. All we gotta do is put this glove box back in. So these just rest right on there, and then you don't wanna forget about this. So you're gonna push up, pop that back into place, and then you're good to go. So there's no dash pieces, no bolts, nothing else to put back in, just the glove box. And so that's really is why this is the best way to do it. If you go watch other videos, they're gonna have all this torn apart. Do it our way, just the glove box, really simple. I just wanna make sure the backup camera works. Boom, we got a backup camera. So now we got our home screen booted up, and this is gonna be what you guys see. But before I do anything, I wanna get Bluetooth set up. So I'm gonna go to Bluetooth, and then hit the smartphones down here, and then I'm gonna hit search. Now it's gonna start looking for your phone. This way we can get Apple CarPlay set up. So it's scanning, and then on your phone, you're gonna see Android pop up, click Android, and then type in 4 zeros, hit pair. Now it says it's connected, and boom. Now we see our phone here, and then now I'm gonna show you guys how to go to Apple CarPlay. So I'm gonna go home, maybe, there we go. And then I'm gonna go to CarLink 2.0. And now it's gonna start looking for the device that you just connected. And you'll probably see something pop up on your phone as well to finalize this process. And then boom, now we have Apple CarPlay. So let's take a look at some of these home screen features. So if you did the GPS and satellite options when you installed it, navigation is gonna be here. Obviously we did not, so I'm gonna go back. We didn't install an antenna either, but if you did, radio's right here, super easy to use. And I'm going to go here. This is how you close out your apps. You go to the top right corner here. I'm just gonna close that so that the radio doesn't run. Clock, pretty simple, you guys can adjust that. And then music, I think CarPlay interface is better, but if you just wanna do music right here, super easy way to do that. And then Bluetooth, obviously we already set up CarPlay, but let's say you get home, you leave your car running in the driveway, you run inside to use the bathroom, you come back out and your phone now has disconnected from the head unit. A really quick way to redo that is gonna be settings, and then you'll see Bluetooth reset here. You're gonna hit reset, and now it's going to unpair and then repair with your phone. Success, and now your iPhone is all good and ready for CarPlay again. So I connected my hotspot to the head unit, so now we got Wi-Fi, and we're gonna go to the Play Store. You guys can download thousands of different apps on the Play Store. YouTube already comes with it, but anything you want, like, oh, why don't we get Clash Royale? So I'm gonna hit install. This is gonna download, and then once it's downloaded, we can start it up and play some Clash Royale. So that's all we have for today's video. We have head units for all different kinds of WRXs. New ones, old ones, ones that fall in the middle. So your speakers are gonna sound better, your interior is gonna look better, and you're just gonna have a lot more functionality with this IDoing head unit. So check out the description. I'm gonna put all the links down there, or go to our website, wrxdaily.com. Check out the head units we have, and that's all I got for you. So we'll see you next time.